Welcome to Tokyosaurus. Today we have another Japanese character origin video, which will go into depth to see where their design inspiration comes from, as well as a few stories to give you a better background of what the original character is all about. So we'll be talking about Nurarihyon today, who is the main villain in the second Yokai Watch movie. I'm not going to go into detail about the second movie, as most of you probably haven't watched it yet, but you've definitely seen Nurarihyon around if you've watched our Yokai Watch 3 live action movie video, where we talked about the newly released movie, or if you've seen promotional videos on the second Yokai Watch movie in the past. Nurarihyon believes that humans and yokai should never be friends, which is seen through his actions as the right-hand man of Lord Enma. He acts very noble on the outside, but when he gets angry, his true form is revealed with tentacles that grow out of his body. He is the head of the Yokai Council and is pretty much the second in command after Lord Enma himself. Nurarihyon would be considered a classic yokai because his name corresponds with a Japanese yokai of the same name. But the difference here is that his physical design is not like the real Nurarihyon at all. So why would they use the name Nurarihyon without actually making him look like the yokai? Normally, Nurarihyon is depicted as an old man with a gourd-shaped head while wearing a Buddhist robe. His appearance makes him look pretty weak and feeble in comparison to Nurarihyon in Yokai Watch. The one in Yokai Watch is definitely not an old man and definitely does not have an oddly shaped head. So what part of the original Nurarihyon does he take inspiration from? Let's get to know Nurarihyon a little better first. Nurarihyon is actually the leader of the night parade of 100 demons. He's called the yokai Sodaisho, which is the supreme commander of yokai. In modern Japan, Nurarihyon holds many grand titles, but not a lot of people know that he actually had humble beginnings. His actual name combines the words slippery and gourd in Japanese to mean slippery gourd. But slippery can also be interpreted as evasive, and the gourd is just a reference to his oddly shaped head. The oldest accounts of Nurarihyon actually had him described as a type of floating mass that floats around the sea, causing trouble for people. Eventually he became more of a symbol of deception and was often drawn as a catfish. What's funny is that in English, being catfished also means being deceived into an online relationship, with a made-up persona by someone who wants to scam money from you. Eventually, Nurarihyon's form evolved into an old man that would go into people's houses and sit down to casually drink a cup of tea, acting as if he were the lord of the manor. People who would see him would automatically assume he's indeed a lord and begin to serve him without questioning. Most people don't realize they've been deceived until Nurarihyon is gone. This version of Nurarihyon is the same one that is used today in all depictions of him. He's the type of person that would make grand unsupported claims about his own importance and never actually get questioned for it. He's known as the supreme commander of the night parade of 100 demons, which came from the Heian period. But actually there were no accounts of him in actual texts from back then. In fact, there was never reported to be a leader of the parade. The idea of Nurarihyon being elevated to a status of a leader of any sort was actually from an anime called Gegege no Kitaro, which had him announce himself as the yokai Sodaisho, just to make himself sound a little bit more important while he was an unwanted house guest. Eventually in the manga, they changed him into an actual yokai leader because it worked well with the story. After that, everyone in Japan pretty much accepted that as a fact, and most people today actually believe he is the leader, when in fact he's really not. Many of you might also know that another depiction of Nurarihyon is in the manga Nurarihyon no Mago, which also had him in a leadership position. But do realize that you've all been deceived by Nurarihyon because he's pretty much supposed to be a nobody. Now when we look back at Yokai Watch's Nurarihyon, it makes a lot more sense. Nurarihyon is in a position of power, but does so with the intent to deceive those around him to get what he wants. The only difference probably is, this Nurarihyon is actually dangerous. Tentacles will start to form on him when he's angry, which is actually much closer to the original depictions of Nurarihyon as a sea monster. This design choice by Yokai Watch makes a lot of sense because the modern depiction of Nurarihyon as an old man is not his true form either. So seeing Nurarihyon in Yokai Watch revert back to his original folklore form as a sea creature when he reveals his true nature as he gets angry is the perfect transformation for him. Being able to deceive even Lord Enma himself, who has his origins considered to be justice itself, Nurarihyon might have proved himself to be the most powerful yokai in the yokai world yet. But what do you think of Nurarihyon? And who do you want to see next on Tokyosaurus? Let us know in the comments below. Follow Tokyosaurus on Twitter and Facebook for updates on our newest videos and Japan-related tweets. Like the video if you want more like this, and subscribe so you can get the latest videos right in your inbox. Thanks for watching, have a Merry Christmas, and see you guys in the next one.